Meet Dupin, one of my favorite kindling pals. He's extremely rare until the late game area. Sadly, I've only just spawned in, and I'm locking this solar world behind some anti-efficiency ground rules. And understandably, he's not very interested in spheres from a noob like me, so I have no way of catching him. Admittedly, I have thousands of hours of co-op survival games. It's probably my favorite genre, but sometimes it's too easy to play efficiently. I would normally rush to a late game area with high tier spheres and jumpstart my playthrough with a strong pal like Celine. However, doing that means I miss out on a lot of early game shenanigans, which means I never actually get to use the cute, lovable, but mostly useless pals. So here I am making a solo world where I lock myself away from progressing too quickly. The rules being that technology is locked behind tower progression. So each era, I won't be able to use metal until I complete the first tower, etc. Secondly, I want to find my favorite base location in each region and build a base as a representation of each era. Finally, no shortcuts with pals. I don't want to breed a late game pal and skip the local pals that I should be using. They be more like fun-focused guidelines than actual rules. Make our signature cute survivor lady. And the towers are the key. The tree holds the truth. We spawn at the Hill of Beginnings on Windswept Island. There's a beautiful view of the world with the mountains and the volcano. There's a mystical tree and towers in the distance. A whole world to explore as a little freshspawn. We unlock our first fast travel and we see a cute little chickpea, which we can't catch yet. We don't have any spheres. Opening the map, we see our starter location and a quest that we're definitely going to ignore. I'm here to explore, not follow a path. Hello, friend. Naturally, I got lost. Heading in a direction most people don't explore, I found a chest and a scary mammarest that I ignored. I think the main reason I wanted this world is because I made it to endgame without doing all of the bosses or exploring the map organically. I've never even been here on my ever save. After awkwardly traversing down the castle ruins, not even 5 minutes in, we end up encountering this. The aforementioned dupin. Crazy that I found a dupin. I won't be able to catch you. I remember googling the spawn points and flying back and forth trying to spawn him on my otherworld, and I couldn't. So it's really interesting to find it like this. I think it's the same chances as a lucky spawn, like 1 to 3% or something. However, I can't say the same for the catch rate, which is 0. Absolute tragedy that we can't capture him, but it gives us a future goal at least. And it reminds me we should probably make some spheres, and then catch something a little more reasonable for my level. And this is where the survival game loop begins. Getting resources, crafting items, beginning the progression loop. I love it. We randomly entered a cave dungeon. I guess we can catch our first pals in here. We can also put our first stat points into weight. Daydream is a prime example of a pal that I don't use, but I'd love to. So let's jump down lower, mine some more paldium, and catch our first pal. We'll catch these turtles too. That'll help us with mining ore later on. Plus, I think I just want to catch everything.
Daydream partner skill is called Dream Chaser. It floats near you, automatically firing dark magic projectiles, making it safe for catching pals, without killing them.
If we take a look at them, our first pal was a turtle, pacifist turtle. We then find a mal, and our daydreams help us catch it. We reach the end of the cave, which is a lovely looking tree, with a gumos. Unfortunately, that was a level 12, and my level 4's got one shot. But I would never die to something so stupid. Got a lot of spheres. We spent the whole night creating spheres. We have 70 or 69 spheres, nice. And after easily surviving our first night, we continue our journey onwards. I think normally I would rush ore by catching a rush ore, especially up by the desolate church. But I'm currently locked away from that anyway, so I might as well just explore. We're literally just playing Palworld the way I used to. Back when I first started, catching pals, terrorizing wildlife. I know most people when they play this game, they love building right here, but I'm not most people. Oh my god, it's the notorious level 38 Mammarest boss, which we're going to ignore. Just sliding on down the hill and activating the teleporter instead. We find a wind jump tunnel and start climbing cliffs. A pretty skill fruit tree. Just exploring. It's nice to take it so slow. A mozzarina cow, which we'll need later on for ranching. There's also a lift bank and a fast travel. Definitely want to catch a bunch of ranch pals because early on I don't know what else we can do. Really helpful for early game, and I love breeding in this game, so we'll work towards that. I love this view. I think we definitely want to build near this island. Just a nice little place to rest from our hike. Randomly making an axe. Another wind tunnel. I really like that they added these to the game. We end up finding the boss Chillet, which we probably could take, but I don't want to do it yet. But I do want a plushie of it. It looks so comfortable to cuddle with. Crossing this bridge, we end up finding this ore base, which is a place where I often build, which makes me want to avoid it this time, and we'll find somewhere else. We honestly just spend the first couple hours looking for base locations and not taking it too seriously, just looking for potential future ones, absorbing the environment. I love this lake. I think it's so pretty, and I definitely want to try fishing in here because I've never really done that. Grab the effigy, but sadly it's so hard to build here at my level at least because I don't have the aquatic construction kit. So maybe in the future. I genuinely think this might be my favorite part of the starter area, so we might come back. It's right next to the tower. I'm so easily distracted, like, ooh, what's this glowy tower thingy? And then I head over and catch a few pals. Catch a few Vixies for my future ranch. My daydream army having mercy hits actually really nice right now. You may notice that we're still running around naked with no armor. Not intentionally, but I think it suits the episode. And I think we're gonna only make armor when we find schematics, which should also encourage us to do dungeons and more exploration and continue getting lost. Just catching cute pals and unlocking teleporters. Okay, so they added a feature which I've never played around with before, called attack that enemy. You can like target certain enemies for your pals to focus. I think Ark had a similar feature, but it was clunky. This seems to work well though, better than whistling aggressive. I really thought this would be deeper water. I wonder if it's possible to capture these pals or if you get like the feds on you. I've never tried it, but I feel like they're catchable. But I'm too scared. Love these wind jumps. It makes it so you don't need a flyer so quickly. This is the next shiny glowy thing that I want to get to. Ooh, a dire howl. I used to love these in Ark too. The dire wolf. It's really good actually because we haven't had a mount this entire episode. We should definitely try and make a saddle for that soon. Rampaging, not so good. Terrifying, in fact. He one-shot that Incinerama I was trying to catch. We're just gonna run away. We can get our glowy tower. I love when games show you the map like this. This is what I consider the episode 1 starter biome. I wouldn't want to travel further than this. Ooh, our first lucky. Our first lucky is a mozzarina. That's really nice actually. Not my poor daydream. 1 out of 3 is dead. We can just throw a ball and catch it though. It's nice. Lucky and nimble. Interesting. I mean, we definitely want it for ranching later. I think I'm a very awkward person who likes obscure locations, so we're definitely going to swim on over to Sunlit Isle and build our ranch over here. The local inhabitants have something to say about that, but we just respawn and catch them. Exciting, our first PAL box down. We can substitute our dead daydreams. Look at our shiny mozzarina. Beautiful, honestly. And start with the basics. It's a bad pun. Now for one of my favorite pals, the Chillet. I think it's so cute, unique. Its typing's great. It's just a wonderful, wonderful creature. And quite easy to catch too. No saddle for it though, because I think it's level 12, which means we have to do the tower. Managed to make our way to the desolate church. Seeing all this ore is like a temptation. Worry not, my pretty, soon you will be mined. Unlock the teleporter, do the effigy statue thingy. Lift monk for capture success, Mimog for movement. Made this flamethrower, but I'm pretty sure I hate it. And I think we're probably ready. We don't have any weapons, but let's do the tower. Isn't she just wonderful? Zoe, my beloved. And her faithful Honeybuzz Chonk from TFT. Not so much my type. I really like these introductions they added to kind of cinema. Pretty sure this fight's easy. Never mind, I guess. Honestly, without any weapons or good pals or armor, it does take a while. Some of it's hard to dodge. He's kind of scary. It's taking so long, but you just have to withdraw your pals and stay back by pillars. It's really slow without a weapon. I regret this. Nande kawaii desu ka? Some attacks still hit after withdrawing is interesting. Oh my god, crazy! Chilled with the final blow! Lovely. You get head pats and you get kicked across the room. I love the ragdoll physics. Metal in the next episode, so that's exciting. We can get some upgrade. The furnace, nails, metal tools, workbench. Finally wear some armor will be good. Maybe explore some fishing. The grappling gun. A chillet saddle. We'll do the meat cleaver, why not? Mega spheres, metal chest.